give it straight up for Phil. Come to the stage. Welcome, brother.
Thank you very much.
Here's your stage, it's yours.
Thank you. My name's Phil Biggs, and I'm going to talk about the burden of potential. As a child, I got told often that I had so much potential, so much so that my mum got bored of going to parent-teacher conferences because she just kept getting told the same thing. Your son has so much potential. If he just applied himself, he could do great things. Which sounds great. It sounds encouraging. But after you hear it enough times, it stops sounding like a compliment and it starts sounding like a prophecy that you're just constantly failing to fulfill. And so I grew up with this pressure, this belief that whatever I did wasn't enough. That who I wasn't what I should be. And I carried this weight for years in childhood. This responsibility. Like there was this huge gap between who I was and who I could be. And for a long time I never questioned why I had this deep desire to fulfill my potential. But when I did, the answer was so simple. I wanted to make my mum proud. That was it. I felt good. If I did well, then I imagined her proud. But if I fell short, then I imagined her disappointed. Potential became a currency that I used to buy her approval. But then one day, that was shifted. I was 16 and I had helped some ladies carry their shopping from their car. And when I was telling my mum about it later, I said, "You would have been proud of me, Mum." And without missing a beat, she looked me dead in the eye and she said, "Phil, I'm always proud of you." And time stood still. My whole world shook. Because she didn't say, "I'm proud of you when you do something good," or "I'm proud of you when you fulfill your potential." No. She said, "I'm always proud of you." It hit me. It hit me hard. Because I didn't have to do anything to earn her pride. I didn't have to fulfill my potential to be worthy. I didn't have to chase this invisible standard just to be enough for the person who mattered most. And for the first time in my life, I realized that I could just be. I realized that this pressure that I was living with, it wasn't coming from my mum or school or the world. It was coming from me. But even though I realized that I didn't have to fulfill my potential to be loved, I still wanted to. Because at that point, it wasn't about proving myself. It was about becoming myself. The next part of me releasing the burden of potential came later. It wasn't a single moment. It was more like a slow opening of my eyes. I was 24, 25, and I asked myself the question, what if I chose not to live up to my potential? Not out of fear or laziness, but an actual decision. And when I looked at that alternative, really looked at it, I didn't like what I saw. Because as much as life demands of us, it also offers us so much. The possibility that we have, this experience, this beautiful, chaotic life, it's an opportunity. Not just an opportunity to be someone with potential, but an opportunity to experience the opportunity of life itself. I realized that if I didn't fulfill my potential, then not only was I not using my possibility, I wasn't using life's possibility. Why be here and not see how far you can go? Why be given a mind, a body, a chance and not explore it? Why be given a life and not squeeze every single drop you can out of it? And that's when potential stopped being pressure and it became a promise. A promise that there was more to me than I had met. A promise that there was more to life that I hadn't tasted yet. That the gap between who I was and who I could be wasn't a criticism, it was a promise. It was an invitation. And when you stop trying to fulfill your potential and instead start growing into it, life stops being a performance and it starts being an adventure. You don't have to fulfill your potential, but you get to. And you can. Because what a shame it would be to leave this world not knowing just how far you could go. So rise up, stand up. I want to see you stand. Because you may have started as a child with potential, but now you're an adult with power. Thank you.
Nailed it! You fucking nailed it. You did it. There should be an award for that.